Alright guys, I just got through doing the review on this multi-pick dimple lock pick kit, and this is not mine. I did place one on order. This is the one I'm actually giving away and haven't given it away yet. So I thought I might take advantage of the situation because I just got this guy in. Now it doesn't look like much. This is a Baton. Here's a package it just came out of. They call it the Superior Space Lock. And in case you're worried, have no fear. This thing has been tested by Neat Stuff, and it did pass with a red X and a red circle. The key is right here. It is a 5-pinner, which is a little bit surprising because these locks are so thin. They're usually only 4 pins, but this one has 5. And I want to say I have a lot of confidence, but I don't. It does open, but when it gets right there, there's something not quite right. And here, something's pinching. I mean, it will. When you put some torque on it, it will open, and you can push it back as well. So it does work. Maybe they have slightly lower standards, and I don't know. But no problem to get it picked, only if we want to completely open up the shackle. So let's see if we can't get it picked. Let's look at this guy. At first glance, it's a wide open keyway, but this is quite nasty, and here's why. First of all, the pins are right there, hiding between these two little pieces of warding. So let's go ahead and put a tensioner in. And I like to put the thickest one possible. So this is 60,000 and too thick. Guess again, Bill. Okay, I got his little brother. This is a 1.2 millimeter. And now let's take another look at what our options are. Ideally, I'd like to pick from that side because it gives me more room. The problem is that guy right there, that little piece of warding, will prevent me from getting even a straight flag up above the pins to begin pushing them. So what they've done is they forced me to pick from the non-optimal side, and then they screwed me a little bit more. If you take a look right there, that corner, it's not squared off. They rounded it off so that I can't get a good angle to push them down between these two pieces of warding. So what I think is going to happen, I'll probably use a straight flag starting from this bottom corner to reach up and push them down, and then I'll probably have to move to the other side to continue once I've got them below that piece of warding, and then push them down between these two pieces of warding. So you really have to look at these keyways. Sometimes they can be quite devious, and this one is. All right, it is locked. I use my straight flag, and I have a plan, and the moment my pick passes the entryway is when that plan probably goes to hell. I got it. All right, let's give it a shot. So I've got heavy tension. And I'm up against, felt like pin 4, trying to get above him. I may have to lighten up on my tension to do that. Okay, nice click. And that was, I think that is pin 3. I'm going to leave him alone. I can't leave him alone. He's the only binder. So let's get on him. Got a little click. All right, now I'm going to switch to the other side. I'm going to turn just a little bit here. Let's see if we can find a binder between those little mountains. That was pin 1, and there we go. Pin 2, come on, pick, come out of there. And we have an open. There we go. The Baton. Not that great of a lock, but if you want to work with a very warded keyway and get a little bit of practice working around some pretty complex warding, this might be a good lock to try out. I think I got this. It was only about $10. Not that great of a price, but for a training lock, pretty cheap. Anyway, guys, this kit is working out for me. I can't wait till my own comes in. All that with just one straight flag. I haven't even tried out the complex stuff yet, but we'll get to it. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal.